JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, 2 men killed in early morning gun attack at Coronation Market. The busy Coronation Market in downtown Kingston was the scene of a double murder early on Saturday morning. The deceased have been identified as 50-year-old shopkeeper Carlton Armstrong of Bond Street, Kingston 14, and 21-year-old Arnaldo Turner, 3 months old in Albertown, Trelawney. Preliminary reports are that the men were shot dead by armed men in the market about 12:30 a.m. They were later pronounced dead at hospital. Police, however, have sought to assure that despite the double murder, persons can conduct their regular shopping activities at the market. Law enforcers are maintaining a presence in the area as they continue to probe the murders. A motive for the killing has so far not been established. No motive for murder of woman found dead in Linstead Canefield. Police investigators are seeking to establish a motive for the murder of a woman whose body was found with stab wounds in a cane field in Cheesefield, Linstead, St. Catherine today. She has been identified as 44-year-old Nicola Sittle, who is from the community. The discovery was made by cane cutters, who raised an alarm. The police were called to the scene. The police said the woman's face was bashed and her body had multiple stab wounds. Investigators theorized that the woman had put up a fight with her attackers and that she may have been killed elsewhere and her body dumped in the cane field. The discovery has left residents shocked. Retired St. Catherine cashier accused of embezzling millions charged. The police have laid a charge of embezzlement against a St. Catherine senior citizen who allegedly defrauded her former employer of $56 million. Delcita Batchelor, 71, a former cashier at the Worthy Park Sugar Estate in Loydesville, St. Catherine, was charged on Thursday and is scheduled to appear in the St. Catherine Parish Court on February 22. Batchelor, who worked as a senior cashier at the estate for 50 years, went on retirement in November 2021, following which the company carried out an audit on its books. During the checks, it was revealed that sums could not be accounted for, and the police were called in to investigate the matter. Following a police probe, the former employee, who lives on the estate, was taken into custody and later charged with embezzlement. Illegal gun and ammo seized in Westmoreland operation. Another illegal gun has been seized by members of the security forces as they continue their thrust to get every legal gun. The latest illegal gun, a .40 pistol with a magazine containing 10 rounds of ammunition, was seized by a joint police-military team during an operation in Bluefields, Westmoreland, about 4 a.m. on Saturday morning. It is the latest in a string of operations as part of the Get Every Legal Gun campaign, which has led to the recovery of illegal guns, the weapon which is behind most killings in Jamaica. Prime Minister Andrew Holness officially launched a campaign Friday. The campaign is said to involve strategic and targeted security operations. Additionally, there is a reward system of between $250,000 and $500,000 for illegal guns retrieved. Popular route taxi driver Soursop killed in St. Andrew. Homicide detectives assigned to the St. Andrew North Police Division are probing Wednesday's gun murder of a popular route taxi driver in the community of Avondale, St. Andrew. The dead man has been identified by the police as 52-year-old Norman Francis of Tower Street in Kingston. To many, he is known only by his alias Soursop. Police report that Soursop was attacked and shot on Riverside Drive while he sat in his motor vehicle. He reportedly managed to drive himself to a gas station at the corner of Border Avenue and Manningsdale Road about 9:40 p.m. before he collapsed behind the steering wheel. Soursop was taken to hospital where he was admitted in serious but stable condition. However, on Thursday, February 3, about 3:50 a.m., he succumbed to his injuries. His death has hit several of his regular passengers hard. JCF suspends policewoman arrested in Florida. The High Command of the Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF has confirmed that a member of the organization has been suspended with immediate effect following her arrest on criminal charges in the United States of America on Friday, February 4. The cop was earlier identified as 42-year-old Shellyan Allen, who is said to be a constable. Allen was arrested by members of the Homeland Security Investigation Team shortly after arriving in Fort Lauderdale, Florida in the USA. She has been charged with wire fraud, mail fraud, and drug trafficking. The JCF said it will continue to collaborate with its international counterparts in this matter. Housing stock in South Zozo to get upgrade, says Sweeney. After living in less than ideal conditions for decades, as neglect, poverty, and gang feuds held their community in a chokehold, some residents in sections of Savlomar, Westmoreland, are set to benefit from the government's social housing program within the Zone of Special Operations, ZOZO. According to Omar Sweeney, Deputy Chairman of the ZOZO Social Intervention Committee, Some residents in the communities of Russia, Dexter Street and Darling Street could benefit from improvements to their houses as part of the government's effort to improve their living conditions. I think the big part of Russia, when you look at the needs assessment, is the housing stock, Sweden said of the dirty, dilapidated dwellings. That's going to be an area of the target and focus for us, working with the Node Portfolio Minister on Housing to see how we can improve the housing stock for persons living in that community, he said. Southern Savlamar, a section of the commercial business district, last month became the latest space to be declared a ZOZO since 2017 under the law reform Zones of Special Operations, Special Security and Community Development Measures Act. The measure is aimed at containing crime while safeguarding the human rights of residents and promoting community development through social intervention initiatives. According to Sweeney, while no concrete decision have been made on the proposed rehabilitation and construction of new houses under the program as yet, this initiative, when approved, will take place in the build phase of the three-pronged Clear Hold Build initiative. Further, he said that the ZOZO Social Intervention Committee, which had its first meeting last week, will be pulling on all the social arms of the state in order to arrive at the appropriate strategies to meet the needs of the residents in these communities. In the interim, Sweeney, who is also managing director of the Jamaica Social Investment Fund, JSIF, said his team will be going into this space to provide support to mitigate against the impact of decades of gang feuds, the COVID-19 pandemic, and the imposition of the ZOZO. This, he noted, will be done under the watchful eyes of the security forces operating on the ground as they work to clear and hold the space before the full rollout of the social intervention strategies. They'll benefit from the normal immediate types of interventions, to include the Micro Business Enterprise Program, Sweeney said. Events calendar to be launched, says Health Minister. Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton has announced that the government will soon launch an official calendar of events for which persons fully vaccinated against COVID-19 will be eligible to attend.
Week or so, we intend, the government that is, and Cabinet has decided on that, to announce a series of events, an events calendar, if you will, over the next 3-4 months that will now allow more persons to congregate around certain events within a control setting. And the single most significant criteria of that is that you must be vaccinated. And I've been saying that the time has come for us to distinguish, differentiate, and some may even use the term, which is not a great term, discriminate in favor of those who are vaccinated. Because the truth is, if you take the time to protect yourself and others don't, then I believe you should enjoy more privileges and rights to certain activities over those who have decided not to. It's a controversial position, but it's a position that the government has endorsed. So listen out for that, because I know a lot of you want to go to boys' tramps and Gibson relays and the maybe annual convention somewhere, I don't know. I'm not going to second guess what the team will come up with, but we will. Somebody says sting, but I never said that. We will provide, I believe, and rightly so, an opportunity to begin to expand as we gradually move back to the normality that all of us would like to enjoy.
Jamaica reports 264 new COVID cases, 4 deaths. Jamaica on Friday reported 264 new cases of COVID-19 and 4 virus-related deaths in the 24-hour period under review. This brings the total number of cases recorded on the island since the start of the pandemic to 125,781 and the death toll to 2,691. Of the newly reported cases, there were 154 females and 110 males with ages ranging from 1 day to 97 years. The cases were recorded in St. Catherine, 51, Kingston and St. Andrew, 48, St. James, 26, Hanover, 20, Manchester, 17, Trelawney, 16, St. Elizabeth, 15, Portland, 14, Westmoreland, 15, Clarendon, 12, St. Anne, 12, St. Thomas, 12, and St. Mary, 7. Meanwhile, the latest victims include an 80-year-old man from Clarendon, a 72-year-old man from Clarendon, and an 89-year-old man from St. Elizabeth, all recorded in January. A 75-year-old man from St. Catherine was also among the latest that's recorded in February. 2 other deaths are reported as under investigation. According to the latest statistics from the Ministry of Health and Wellness, The country also recorded 372 new recoveries, bringing the total number of recoveries to 71,281. The country's positivity rate now stands at 25.2%. There are 4,615 confirmed active cases on the island. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.